The only thing I'm guilty of is struggling for my people. I didn't kill those agents. Yes, I'm frightened of dying in prison. The thought does frighten me that I won't be able to sit down with family and friends just to eat dinner with me. According to the Bureau of Prisons, my release date is 2035, I believe. Hopefully that's not true. You know, I'll be an old man when I get out. If I get out.
Hi, my name is Corrine Fairbanks, and I'm putting together this little video clip in Santa Barbara, California, reaching out to President Obama to do what no other president has done, what no other president has had the courage to do, which is to give Leonard Peltier clemency. Leonard Peltier has been in prison for over 40 years, and in that time period he's been noted as an accomplished artist and writer. He's also been noted for the work that he's done, charitable work that he's done for people all over the world. He's regarded as a humanitarian and has received numerous awards because of this, and also has been nominated for Nobel Peace Prize nominations several times over. It's time for him to go home. It's time for him to be with his family. It's time for his community to celebrate his return. It's time for all of us to be able to look at him as an inspiration, not as a prisoner, not as a political prisoner or a controversial prisoner, but as someone who has done not only work in the Native community, but work around the world. President Obama, it's up to you to do the right thing. It's up to you to allow this man to have proper medical health care, to be in the embrace of his family, to be returned to his community, and to allow him to spend the rest of his life with dignity and respect that he deserves. Please do the right thing and free Leonard Peltier.
My name is Stephen Morales from Monticello, Arkansas. I am making a humble plea to you, President Obama, to please give Leonard Peltier clemency. He has been incarcerated for 40 years, and you are our last hope.
John Davis from Boston. He's been locked up for 40 years. Let's free Peltier now.
Hello, I'm Magdalena Ambrosetto Wubi from Nemea, New Caledonia. I'm making a humble plea to you, Mr. Obama, to please give Leonard Peltier clemency. He has been incarcerated for 40 years, and you are our last hope.
I don't think Peltier would have been extradited if it hadn't been for that false affidavit.
Hello, I am Boris Magdalens from Beka, Slovenia, Europe. I am making a humble plea to you, Mr. President Obama, to please give Leonard Peltier clemency. He has been incarcerated for 40 years, and you are our last hope.
When we came up, and they turned towards us and they were firing at us, and we simply responded by firing back at them, and we got into the best positions we could in order to protect ourselves and the women and children that were.
I thought, well, we gotta get those women and children out of that place, man. You know, because there's little babies there. There was I thought the old folks were there. I said, we gotta get those people out of there, man. What the hell's going on?
Hello, Mr. Obama. This is Josie Trevor Walanaki Running Cloud from First Mesa, Arizona, Hopi descendant. I'm making a humble plea to you, Mr. President Obama. Please give Mr. Leonard Peltier clemency and allow him to be out after serving 40 years. It would be great to have him back out with his people, with his family, with our nations. You are our last hope. And I ask that you please hear us and stand with us in letting Leonard Peltier out again. Thank you.
My name is Johnny Crow. I'm from New York. And I am making this plea to you, Mr. President Obama, to please give clemency to Leonard Peltier. He has been incarcerated for the last 40 years, and you are our last hope.
Hello, Mr. Obama, President of the United States. You know, when you got voted in, my people were very proud to have somebody else in the White House. When you leave, we hope you remember us and think of us. The most important thing we ask you is to free Leonard Peltier and give him clemency. He's been in there 40 years. Can you imagine that? 40 years for something he didn't do. So he's been in there 40 years. So let's put that 40 years behind us and let him out. His health is bad. He needs to come home. He needs to be with his relatives. He's been in there all this time. And all the time he's been in there, he's still been doing good. He did things for our people while he's been locked up. Things for our children. Scholarships. It's injustice to keep him in there. And when you leave, that's it. You're our last hope. Nobody else is going to let him go. We ask you to let Leonard
is really concerned about international treaty laws, then I should be allowed to stay here because it is legitimate. And everything's legitimate.
Hello, I'm Natalia Aglitskaya. I'm from Moscow, Russia. We ask you, Mr. Obama, President of the United States, to please free Leonard Peltier. He's been in prison more than my entire life. You are our last hope. Please let him free.
I really don't understand what justice is all about because I get acquitted, and a year later my brother gets convicted on the same thing. So where's the justice? What is justice? Is the justice just for me or for somebody else?
I am ready from St. Francis, South Dakota. Please, Mr. Obama, let Uncle Leonard free. You are our last hope.
Hello, I'm Urša Mujstrović from Kranj, Slovenia, Europe. I'm making a humble plea to you, Mr. President Obama, to please give Mr. Leonard Peltier clemency. He has been incarcerated for 40 years and you are our last hope.
Hello, I'm Maria from St. Francis, South Dakota. I'm making a humble plea to you, Mr. President Obama, to please give Leonard Peltier clemency. He was being incarcerated for 40 years and you are our last hope.
Living, being stored here is a piece of meat to be put it literally, and for me to, and I got my dignity, my self-respect, and I'm going to carry that with me. Even if I die here.
I am Lionel Paces. I am making a humble plea to you, Mr. President Obama, to please give Leonard Peltier clemency. He has been incarcerated for 40 years, and you are our last hope.
Hello, Mr. President. I'm a Mashpee Wampanoag. My name is Bernard Fry. I campaigned for you in 2012, and I was an organizer for you, and I believe in what you do. Please free Leonard Peltier.
I'm Red Hair Crow from Alabama. I'm asking you, President Obama, to grant Leonard Peltier clemency. He's been wrongly incarcerated for 40 years. 40 years. And despite pleas from millions of people from around the world, the U.S. has ignored his plight. Only you can do this, President Obama. Make it happen.
I believe in the powers that are greater than us. I believe that those powers will someday provide Leonard with what he needs.
My name is Alexander Haas. I'm from Frankfurt, Germany. I'm making a humble plea to you, Mr. President Obama. Please give Leonard Peltier clemency. He has been incarcerated for 40 years, and you, Mr. President, are our last hope.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Derek Witherspoon. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm humbly pleading for President Obama to grant clemency to Leonard Peltier. He's been incarcerated for the last 40 years. And, you know, quite frankly, I mean, you know, Obama's our last hope. I don't think it's going to happen with anybody else in office. So, thanks for your time.
President Obama, you're our last hope.
And you are our last hope.
And you are our last hope.
You are our last hope. Please, lesson 3.
You are our last hope.
And you are our last hope.
And you, Mr. President, are our last hope.
He has been incarcerated for 40 years and you are our last hope.
And you are our last hope.
And you are our last hope.
Only you can do this, President Obama. Make it happen.
We had been asked to come down here specifically to protect this community, and we were going to do that.
One of the things that we've got to do, we can't just be going around here claiming to be American Indian Movement members and we're concerned about people and everything else. So we've got to really start doing stuff. You know, building community gardens, chopping wood, hauling water, whatever they need is done. I said, that's your responsibility. That's what a warrior's responsibility is. It's not just prancing around with a gun in their hand and thinking, showing everybody they're tough. I said, that is, in our society, that's not what warriors.
You are our last hope.
You are our last hope.
Obama's our last hope. I don't think it's going to happen with anybody else.
Obama, you're our last hope.